Good morning and welcome back into First Pitch. I'm your host, Ty Comer, along with head coach Ryan Brittle. Coach, we've had another busy week, busy start to the week, a busy week from when we last talked to the people out there.
To all our people
Yeah.
viewing, the
Hey.
millions of viewers that we have.
Yeah, well, and we have more than you think because there's a bunch of people that come up. The Mayberries came up and said that they had watched a few from Hampton, Sydney. So we have some fans out there. But so Thursday, when we left off, we had our JV team go to PH, out hit them 15-5. Still couldn't bring home the win, but you gotta like seeing at least the offense out of our JV squad.
Yeah, maybe we should switch the JV offense with the varsity offense.
And it would probably work out.
But yeah, we went down to PH and played a single 9-inning game. Came out on the short end of a 10-8 ball game. We had a few guys had good days offensively. Like you said, we had 15 hits. We didn't catch it quite as well as we needed to in order to win the game. But it's always great to see those guys get out there and compete, and they competed. They wanted to win the game, and so did PH, and so did PH's coach, and so did we. And it was a well-fought game, and we just came out on the short end. But definitely got some young guys that are progressing.
And Christian Campbell continues to see the ball well, too, and it's worked himself into some at-bats for the varsity, and he's done a great job with us as well. I believe he had a hit last night in a big spot. So after that, we went to Methodist. Last week you mentioned Hunter Peck is a special talent, and boy, was he special on Friday.
Friday was man. He had it all going. Mm-hmm. He had command of his fastball. His fastball, we didn't have a gun on him, but he was probably in the upper 80s with some run. He had a breaking pitch that was working, throwing it for a strike. It was sharp, and he had his changeup. He was throwing for a strike, and like we said last week, when he does that, he's really hard to hit. And Hunter was able to hold him down. Only gave up one hit. That was in the last inning, and with 2 outs, unfortunately. But our offense was sparked. I thought we did a great job staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much, which I think is that's our kryptonite offensively, is just trying to do too much and trying to get a big hit instead of just trying to get a single. But our offense put up 14 runs. We were able to shorten the game to 7. Conference play, it's 12 runs after 7 innings. So we shortened it down to 7. Hunter gave us a complete game and threw a one-hitter. And because of that start, he was named Pitcher of the Week this week for USA South Conference.
Well deserved. Saturday, we played at Methodist again. Took the loss 4-1. They ran out a freshman. Pretty talented arm, but I felt like it was exactly what you said. We didn't stay inside the ball, try to get the little single. We kind of he was missing in. So Methodist's approach is usually to pound away, and he was missing in. And a lot of our guys, instead of still just taking that nice short swing, were trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark. It wasn't going to happen Saturday because the wind was blowing in. But I felt like it was exactly what you said.
Yeah, and it's really not ever going to happen for us as far as pounding balls out of the ballpark. We're not that kind of club. We got 25 stolen bases in 14 games this year. And you're not exactly a speed demon, and
That's
you
right.
have 4. You're 4 or 5 on the bags.
Well, we'll talk about one of those later.
We're opportunistic, and we do have some guys that can really run on the base pass. Mm-hmm. But our game is not going to be pounding the ball out of the ballpark. Our game's going to be hitting singles, stealing bases. Somebody's going to run one in the gap every now and again, and if we'll accept that as our identity, we'll take off offensively. But when we get in trouble, just like Saturday and I thought Sunday too, when we start trying to yank on balls and try to hit them out of the park or hit them in the gaps, we get ourselves in trouble. This past weekend against Methodist, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there's no question we pitched it good enough to win. Mm-hmm. No question. We didn't hit it good enough to win. We had an opportunity to separate ourselves in Sunday's game so that a mistake that we maybe made in defensively or a mistake pitching-wise wouldn't have hurt us. But we didn't separate ourselves offensively, and that ended up costing us the game in the end, in my opinion. And we ended up losing 2 out of 3 to Methodist. 4-3 ball game. We were winning 3-1 going into the 7th inning, and couldn't close the game out. Saturday we lost 4-1. I thought Weaver did a great job, made it through 6 innings. We brought Talley in, and he finished the game for us on Saturday. And Jared Talley's been doing a great job out of the pen. Jake Holland's been doing a great job out of the pen. Brandon Turner, great job out of the pen. Trevor Odie. We got some guys in the pen that can get outs, instant outs when they come in. And we got, our top 3 guys on the mound they're all dudes. They pitch for anybody in our conference, and so we feel pretty good about our pitching staff. Our defense is continuing to improve, and once we get our offensive identity, if we can maintain our offensive identity, we'll be just fine. And like I told the guys the other day, it's a step-by-step process of us separating ourselves from the opponents that we play, and we just have to continue to improve and gain confidence in ourselves.
I thought Joey Pride pitched as well as anybody this weekend as well. On Sunday, he gave up some hits, made some huge pitches when he needed to make huge pitches, got out of some jams, kept us to that 3-1 lead through 6. Came out after 6. His pitch count was running up there a little bit, but Joey did a great job at being a bulldog for us there, I thought. And that's been his go-to. That's been how he's been this year. Frostburg State came out and punched him right in the mouth, and he came back and settled in and gave us a chance to win the ball game as well.
Yeah, Joey's. It's great to have a guy like that who just pounds his own on Sunday.
Easier to play defense behind as well.
No question.
So then Tuesday we went to Hampton-Sydney. We put up 11 runs, 13 hits, still lost 14-11. They came out and punched us. We always talk about getting punched in the mouth, but they put a combo on us. They came out and they were up, I believe, 10-1 at one point.
11-1.
11-1 at one point. They were killing the ball, hitting some grand slams. We were walking a few people, but they did a nice job of driving in runs when they had the opportunity. We grinded our way back in. Dominic Claxton, probably the most improbable home run hitter on our team, hits a grand slam, puts us down by 4, and that really sparks us, and we're right back in the ball game. End up losing by 3 there at Hampton-Sydney Tuesday.
Hampton-Sydney was such a frustrating game, and it's frustrating because we didn't compete very well on the mound at the beginning of the game. And we talked to our guys about this already, but we didn't compete well and give ourselves a chance to win at the beginning of the game. But on the other hand, innings 3 through 9, we grinded our way back into it. And, when you're down 11-1, the game's pretty much over. And I think we brought the winning run to the plate twice in that game, or the tying run to the plate twice in that game. And for us to do that, I don't know if our guys realize how special that is, to not ever give up, and I don't think that we'll ever give up, but we didn't give up, and we were able to give ourselves an opportunity to win the game. Now, I mean, it makes me sick and want to throw up when I lose still, but to take any time you have a loss, you got to take something positive out of it, or it's just no good whatsoever. So we won't give up. We're not going to we've worked way too hard to give up on any game that we play, and to give ourselves a chance to come back and have the time run at the plate twice was quite an accomplishment in that game.
And then last night, so we played Emory Henry here at home finally after 13 straight road games to start the year. We pulled out a win in our home opener, 6-5 in 10 innings. It was another one of those grinded out wins. You looked at me last night and said none of them are easy, and I couldn't agree more. But we stuck with the process. We grinded it out. We had a chance to win it in the 9th and the 10th, and we ultimately did it in the 10th. But I thought our guys did a nice job of when we had the chances. We at least put ourselves in good opportunities.
We did, and again, not ever giving up. Emory and Henry didn't give up either. Every time we score one to go ahead, they'd come back and score one as well. But we got Daniel Wade gave us a good first 3 innings of the ball game. Brandon Turner came in and got us out of a jam with runners on second and third and one out, and did a great job over the next 3. Holly gave us 2 solid, and Talley gave us 2 solid innings for the win. So our bullpen's doing the job still. Offensively, again, still trying to find our identity. Guys moving around in the lineup, guys getting pinch hits and opportunities and taking advantage of those, and we'll figure it out offensively. But I thought last night showed us a lot in two areas. One, that we can win close ball games. One, that we can win ball games. That it's good to be at home. And another is I saw last night how, and I don't know whether I should say it publicly, but how shaken kind of we are, or fragile we are as far as confidence goes. And I think we have confidence, but last night I saw, opportunities that we had where the dugout got behind us, and maybe we didn't come through on that opportunity, and it kind of got a little bit quiet in the dugout. Mm-hmm. Even though we were still on offense and still had opportunities to score, I thought it showed kind of how we've been punched in the mouth. We have been tattered and torn over the first 13 games on the road, but now we're back at home. I think that we're going to gradually build that confidence, and I truly believe that this team will be such a different team come conference tournament time than we are right now. There's no doubt in my mind we have a tremendous amount of talent on this team. We started 6 freshmen in the lineup, 6 freshmen, 2 sophomores, and 2 seniors. That's what we had in the lineup last night out of the 10 guys that were in there. So the talent's there. We just got to get a little confidence, and guys got to stay within themselves and execute baseball plays.
So then this weekend we have William Peace coming in. We'll have 2 games Friday. That is a change. We will have 2 games Friday starting. The first one will be at 3:30.
3 o'clock
tomorrow. Then the next game will follow pretty much directly after that.
We'll play all night.
Right. And Saturday, the game will be at 3:30.
And that'd be a full day of athletics events going on Saturday. The women's lacrosse team plays here at home at 11 o'clock. The men's lacrosse team plays at 1 o'clock here at home, and we play in 2 tennis matches this weekend. So, and we play at 3:30 on Saturday to round out our 3-game series with William Peace. Peace is a young program. This is the 3rd year, I think, for them. Coach Duty's doing a good job. They've got a pitcher we're going to face tomorrow. Their number 1 pitcher's maybe the best pitcher in the league. One of the best pitchers.
Strikeouts.
Yeah,
right now.
Trevor Pence. So he's really good. He's going to be really tough to hit, and we're going to have to grind out some at-bats and wear him down and see if we can't get in that bullpen and win it late. But it's going to be a tough weekend. And the USA South Conference, the bottom of the conference is coming to the top.
Yeah.
The bottom of the league is getting better. There's no gimmies in this league this year. None.
Right.
And so it's good. I enjoy that. Every weekend is a grind, and every weekend you have to play good baseball to win. And when you do that, then you test your team and find out how good you really are. Right. So I'm looking forward to the weekend and tomorrow. So, yeah, we do have a schedule change that we're playing a doubleheader tomorrow on Friday starting at 3 o'clock, a single game on Saturday at 3:30, and that will end the series. It's supposed to snow here Saturday night.
It's supposed to be 70 today and snow on Sunday. So, welcome to Virginia.
Yeah. Welcome to Ferrum.
Yeah, welcome to Ferrum as well. So that'll do it this week for Ferrum Baseball. We'll try to get back to you. We've been saying it. We're going to try to get back to you on Tuesday before I think we have Cortland State coming in here on
Top
Tuesday.
Top 5 team in the country coming in on Tuesday. Cortland State's been to the World Series 14 years in a row, so no rest for the weary.
Right. So we'll try to get to you before that. We'll talk about that more in depth on Tuesday. Thanks for joining us this week. It's been First Pitch with Ty Comer along with Coach Ryan Brittle. We'll see you next week.